Guys, the rumors are true. For my 10 subscriber special, I am going to be throwing it back, oiled up, with nothing to cover my genitals but a slice of provolone cheese. I think I need just 2 more subs. I also think my neighbor heard me. One of Buddha's 4 great teachings is that life is inevitably suffering. Suffering is inevitable in life. Wow. One of my great 4 truths is suffering is based. First of all, how are we, my angels? How was your day? Okay, then what? Nice. Or I'm sorry that happened, but you know what? We're here. So, suffering. Guys, I have been suffering a lot. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. Your boy has been suffering. Your boy has been going through excruciating pain, feeling a lot of things, a lot of emotions, such as sadness and anger and guilt, to name a few. But I'm so thankful to be feeling these feelings. So, Takuya, what do you mean? Why are you thankful to be suffering? Isn't suffering bad? Shouldn't we try to avoid suffering? Isn't suffering suffering? Yes, my child. Suffering is suffering. And, you know, I thought I've been suffering. I've been perceiving suffering for the past, better yet, like 3 years, right? Like, since I was 17, I think I've just been in a really weird emotional state, in a very constructed complex within my mind. And basically the theme of my life has been escapism, right? Since I was a little kid, I remember people would ask me, oh, why do you stare into space so much? Like, why are you never focused? Like, why are you always like staring into nothing? Like, hello. Like, for real, I would just always stare into space, like, constantly when I was a kid. And I knew how to do it on purpose. Cause like, if you like try to actively do it, it's like contrived, and it's not actually, you're not zoning out, but you know what I mean. If you ever just like zone out on purpose, I would do that all the time. And then, you know, I go into high school now. Let's fast forward. All I'm doing is listening to music, right? Constantly. I always have my headphones on. I had like the JBL WH-X0004s or something. I probably butchered that. If you know, you know though. They were pretty solid. Rest in peace, they got stolen. But I always had them hose on, man, and they had some good ass noise canceling. I would show up to class, have my head down like this, and just have shit playing. The whole class, the whole period. You know, I would pretend, like, it would look like I'm just sleeping, but I was never asleep because I never got tired enough to sleep. I would just pretend to be asleep so people didn't bother me, I guess, so the teacher didn't yell at me or whatever, you know? That in itself is just the form of escapism that I was subjecting myself to. And geez, I just thought I did in the same color, but that's a different color. You know, happy accidents. And you know, my escapism has never really gone away. It just has gone through different forms, and it does for everyone, right? Different vices for dealing with you know, your suffering. And in recent times, the escapism has just been self-destructed. Unbridled, self-destructed. What have I been on in the past year, in the past 12 months? Let's say, let me go back in time. Let me imagine. You know, I was going out every weekend, you know, doing substances, getting high. Need help, bro. You fucking need help, bro! And feeling miserable, truly. It was like that cool type of miserable, you know? It's like, yo, I'm miserable, but it's like, we're still gonna go out and like do stuff, you know what I mean? And it's a type of miserable that's like leads you to do more self-destructive acts, such as you know, and other things like that. I think the escapism really just builds a tolerance. You know what I mean? Yeah, at a certain point, you know, staring out into space isn't enough. At a certain point, listening to music isn't enough. You have to keep going and going and going until you reach really the final form of escapism. What is the most final form of escapism? Escaping. Physically escaping. Do you know what I mean? This is why it's such a horrible road, such a dangerous road to go on. And it's a road that I was on for years and I haven't even known until I got off it. And this is why, you know, I've been really healing, like really well recently, like truly. And you know how I know that? Because I am in so much pain, guilt, dread, honestly. And I was like, okay, this doesn't make sense because, I'm much more stable. I'm healing. I have better habits. I'm healing. Why do I feel worse? You know what I mean? What is this feeling? And that's when I realized I haven't suffered at all in the past 3 years, where all those horrible nights where I felt so bad, I was never really suffering. This is a good book, The Road Less Traveled, classic. Right in the beginning, it opens up about truly suffering, and it really helped me see that I was never suffering because I just kept running away from it, I think the most horrible truth that I had to process was that you've built up this huge forest fire, and you're like, okay, I have 2 options here, right, for this giant fire. I can either work really hard and lose a lot of resources and feel like crap trying to fight this thing, or I could let it go unchecked, even feed it until it ravages the world and the whole world is on fire. And if the whole world comes to fire, then there's no problem. So when you realize that you're gonna choose yourself and that you'd actually are gonna go down the path of healing, at least for me, God, it hit me like a truck. Seriously, like straight isekai walking down the street. Pain, no Pink Panthers, all right? And I've been suffering, guys, truly. But it's so real this time. It hurts because I know it's real. It hurts because it is real. You know what I mean? Because I'm not running away from it. I'm not feeling bad about it and going out, getting high, becoming social, getting people's Instagrams. So I feel some sort of like validation, external validation, because, I'm not able to conjure that on my own. Even down to like cutting or like ideation or even relationships. Guys, I swear, in my last relationship, I did not care at all when it ended. Genuinely, I'm not even trying to sound cool or apathetic or stoic. I mean, it probably is apathetic, but I seriously did not care at all. And I mean, we only dated for 3 months, guys. So it's not even that crazy, and you know what I was even more apathetic to? My relationship before that. I think I ticked him off, guys. They hate me because I speak the truth. I was more apathetic to my relationship before that, which was, an actual long relationship with someone I was really close with. And I was the one who broke up with them, and I felt nothing of it. I felt like I made the right decision. And it has basically been the subject of my entire suffering for the past month. Regret over that relationship. The one, not my last one, the one before that, and how I ended things and ruined things. And that has been a big source of, my pain. And it's so crazy, because this is like, that was something that happened like 5 months ago. And I felt so fine about it. Now it's like, guys, in Hunter x Hunter, when Gon, he has that punch where it's like, it misses you, but it misses you, and then it goes because the nen hits you. Guys, the punch missed me. I dodged the punch, but I didn't dodge the punch because that nen punch was coming, and I go, guys, and I'm finna get knocked out in the first round. This shit it's hard out here. Shit. The suffering has not changed. The causers have not changed. What is making you suffering still is making you suffering still. It's just your vices that have changed. And we all have our own vices, Some people have vices such as painting. Some people read, some people go on walks. Some people... I'm kidding! Guys. Xans do not take away suffering. Johnny, make it go away. Johnny does not make it go away. This is another one of Buddha's great teachings, guys. Johnny does not make it go away. So yeah, I learned that real suffering is just sitting up in your room and watching Bart Simpson edits and listening to EXO Tour Life, because you realize that you've been running from this snowball of suffering, and you've been running so well that it's just been chasing you. And, like in the Looney Tunes, that snowball just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger until you reach the bottom of the mountain, and then it claps you. And guys, I have been clapped, not even emotionally, but financially just from my crashing out in the past month. Who said that one thing? It takes like a lifetime to build a reputation and like 5 seconds to ruin it. Guys, it takes a lifetime to build a credit score and 1 week to ruin it. My credit score is okay, guys. I'm just trolling, but my bank account is not okay. Holy crap, I had to pick up an extra shift yesterday just to get by. Guys, I don't know what's going on with this painting, but just trust the process. Johnny, make it go away. Guys, that song bang. You want to know what real suffering is? Last night, I had an old black man watch me hold my dick in my hands for the better part of 20 minutes. And I am not kidding at all, because I am on probation. I have to do UAs, I have to do tests, and they have to watch you. Watch you. Some of these places have like mirrors all over the urinal, so they get like all angles. I'm like, is that necessary? And I hate when they talk to you too. Oh my, I've only done it 3 times, and like the second time it was like this, please. Okay, a bee came up to me. I thought he was about to end my career. I'm about to end this man's whole career. That was this fat white dude who looked like he should work at like a circus. I'm not roasting him. I'm just describing him. And then he was talking with me the whole time in like a very like a fruity voice. Like while I'm just, cause guys, I get shy. It's really embarrassing. I swear, I will be like about to piss my pants because I've been drinking so much water in preparation. About to piss my pants in the lobby. I get in the bathroom, I can't. It just doesn't come out. I have to tell her, oh, this never happens before. I swear, this is stuff like this never happens. I don't got to go to the bathroom, like splash water on my face. But that's how it feels, right? Like it feels like it just, cause the dude's just like standing there, just like waiting for you to like. I swear, yesterday I was in the bathroom for like 20 minutes, and we didn't say a word. I'm not kidding, guys. Okay, probably not 20 minutes combined because it was 2 trips. The first one was probably 10 minutes. At the very least, literally 10 minutes of me just standing at the urinal and this black dude just standing behind me, like for 10 minutes. I'm not even kidding. And no one said anything. It was the occasional. Then he was like, "Can't seem to go," and I was like, "Yeah, sorry. I probably just need a glass of water." So I went inside, and I felt so bad because these guys closed at 8, and the place I was gonna go said it was open till like 9, and then I called at like 7:30, and I was like, hey, when do you guys close? Just making sure. They're like, oh, we close at 7, even though on their website it says 9, but like for testing they stop at 7. So I was like, holy crap, I'm not trying to miss, because you have to do it within the day or you're cooked. So I started calling all the ones near me. For the only one that was like open, they were like, yeah, we close at 8. Guys, it was like 7:45. I pulled up directions. I was already on the road. And I pulled up directions. I was like, it said 8:03. I was like, can you make an exception? Can I come at 8:03? And he was like, yeah, sure. And so I booked it there. I've never driven my car so aggressive, my new car. And I got there at 8:03, and there was another dude waiting there. It's like there was another dude going through the exact same thing. When I got there, he was just sitting there with water, this black dude. And he also had a shy bladder. That's what they call it. I think that's a very political correct way to. So I was just standing there for like 10 minutes, couldn't go, went inside, got a drink of water. And then, so he went, and then he came back empty handed. So this dude went like 0 for 2. I feel bad for him. He was a grown man too. Embarrassing. I went to my second try though, and I nailed that. I had to like really lock in. Guys, it is such a zen. I don't know if anyone has felt like this, but it's like, it is such a mental thing, like using the bathroom. When like you really gotta pee and then you get home and you're at the front door and then it's really about to burst, even though you've been good at managing it when you haven't been at home, but your brain knows you're about to be at home. Does that happen to anyone else, or does that just happen to me? Okay guys, I've low-key gone sidetracked. It is hard to yap and paint at the same time, but let me know if you guys think this format is cool. Anyways, I've been suffering. I've been thinking about my ex. Yep, in the big 2-6, I'll say it. I've been thinking about my ex. And if you can relate, who can relate? If you can relate, let me know in the comments. Hold on, I gotta get his luscious lips right. When I really think about it, it's not that shallow. When I really think about it, it's like, yo, I don't miss this person. I just miss how they made me feel. Truly. That's why, I haven't been going out. It's Friday right now. I'm doing this on a Friday. Guys, I'm trying to paint annoying orange on a Friday. What's the moves? can't, bro. I'm busy. I'm really busy. I'm sorry. Overall, my physical situation is still like pretty bad because I'm still like recovering from a lot of the crash out stuff that I've been doing, and low key, there are repercussions for things. But you know what? It makes me really happy. It makes me really glad. And I haven't been going out a lot. It's been so, I can't even like socialize with people because every time I would be on something, you know? I would be like, I was never really like a bar tard, I'm not gonna lie. The last time I did take Xans though, I stayed up all night at my friend's house, and then I went home and I fell asleep on the highway and I crashed. I thrifted that. Yo, bless that person. I hope they're okay. So what should you gain from this? It's really important to learn what suffering really looks like, because I'll tell you, it's not comfortable. If you enjoy your suffering, you're not suffering. I enjoyed suffering so much, or what I thought was suffering. Really, I just loved being a victim in my mind. No, I was always feeling bad for myself for the better part of 3 years. And I always thought, you know, it made me special. It made me interesting, or who I am, because, you know, I'm going through pain and I don't see the world the same as other people, you know? And that's the lie that you send yourself. That's the lie that you make for yourself. That's the fake reality. You're not really suffering. Do I not have any black paint? Shout out Death Grips. Death Grips have been saving me. Oh my, like, I'm not even, let me get into this tangent real quick. I've been into Death Grips for a minute because I watched like Anthony Fantano review The Money Store when I was like 14, but I just like really got back into him. It's like it's like the only music that makes sense to me right now.
Don't it feel good to drive a bus? People need to get picked up.
It's like the only thing that can make, I'm not gonna get into it. I really like Death Grips. Who likes Death Grips? What's your favorite song? Leave it below on GP. If you know, you know. I need to start using oil paint, because acrylic, you're not really supposed to paint like this. You have to let it dry. And guys, I've never painted like this in my life. Like how it's like standing up. Usually I just have it like flat on the floor. But you know, today we're switching it up. How do I know what is real suffering then? How do I know if my suffering is real or not? Guys, I'll tell you, you wanna know a synonym for suffering? I'll put you on game. Suffering is desire. That's all it is. Suffering is desire. Desire leads to anger. Anger leads to envy, and it just trickles down. And I have been desiring like an MF. I've been desiring my ex. It sucks. It really sucks, you know, dealing with the repercussions, but I couldn't be more thankful. You know how I deal with suffering now? I'm not going out to forget about it. I'm not drinking or smoking or doing lines. I am just dealing with it. And that's honestly the best thing you can do. Truly, you just gotta acknowledge it. Say, okay, I feel upset right now. I feel sad today. Or at least right now. Cool. Acknowledge it and move on. You don't have to ruminate about it. You don't have to make this big thing. Guys, my God, it's just really important to feel your feelings, guys. If you place your hand on a burning stove and you've turned off all your pain receptors, it doesn't mean it's not hurting you. It doesn't mean you're not getting burnt. Just because you can't feel it doesn't mean you are damaging yourself. You can't, emotions off. I'm gonna drink lean and turn off my emotions. You have no heart. Listen to Jades. I don't listen to Jade.
You have no heart.
Guys, we need a heart. They're feelings for a reason. They're telling you things. If you don't feel them and you don't feel like the actual pain and of just dealing with it and just sitting with the feeling, then you're not gonna learn from it. If you're just always finding a way to deal with it, you know, an unhealthy way of dealing with it, then you're gonna be like, oh, it's okay. You know, this feeling doesn't even matter. It's trivialized. And then you lift your hand up and you're like, why does my hand look like some charcoal? Why does my hand look black? I've never been black in my life. Unless you are black. So shout out to you if you're black. Or brown. Or Asian. Hey, that's not really color though. I can't really, white. By the way, if you watched my first video, not my first video, but the one where I talked about crashing my car. Guys, I haven't had bean dip in so long. Like, that was such a phase. It was such a phase. I don't even look at it. I walked past it. You know that one like talking stage you had for 2 weeks to see him in the hall? You just walk past, you don't even say nothing. That's me with the bean dip. The bean dip, I know it looks back at me. It's like, yo, where did you go? I'm like, I'm sorry, I moved on. On to other things now, like fruits. I've been eating so many fruits, like bananas and oranges. I've been sleeping on bananas for a minute. So shout out to my banana lovers.
What do you mean by that?
Guys, if you couldn't tell, here's my rendition of Mr. Annoying Orange. He is definitely, you know, he's gone through some changes. They don't call him the Annoying Orange anymore. They call him the socially unaware orange. Call him the orange that lacks social cues. Guys, we're not calling him Annoying Orange in the Big 2-6. Calling him Misunderstood Orange. Sometimes I feel like Misunderstood Orange. If you feel like misunderstood, okay, that kind of looks like eyeliner. You know what? Bad bitch Annoying Orange. Transitioned Annoying Orange. I just found a whole new idea for this paint. And you know that black stain right here? It's gonna be like a mole. Happy mistakes, guys. Happy little accidents. It's a mole. It looks so good. But guys, moral of the story is me. The moral story is about me. I've been feeling good. I've been feeling alone, and it is such a weird feeling because I'm not used to being alone. I'm just learning how to be comfortable with myself, and I'm learning to know myself. I haven't known myself for so long. You just run away from so many questions because you don't know the answers. But, you know, it's a process. And by golly, I wish healing was linear. He mad as hell. He thought healing was linear. He thought healing was for one day. He thought healing was for 1 week. He thought healing was 1 month. Guys, the healing never stops. And some days I feel really good, and some days I feel really bad. It's usually at night. Every night looks every day. On God, you should be ball knowers in the chat. Let me know. Guys, I really miss my ex. She's gotta be like a brunette. Yeah. Tina. Also, let me know if you guys like the stash. It says 00G00. I'm technically 000, so it's a bit smaller. Made out of like buffalo horn. I have my real one right here. I sold this for my work, by the way. These like little paint cups, I stole for my work. I work at, fuck it. I'm gonna be ballsy. I work at, I stole these from, yeah. Dude, I could really just make this dude chop. What kind of haircut is that? He got like a poop on his head. Like, he has a 1,000-yard stare because someone pooped on his head. I don't know what I'm talking about. Daddy, girl, yes. Guys, but you smashed, be honest. And it feels different and it feels weird. Dude, get off of my orange. If this dude, you know, I'm gonna let him chill. I'm not gonna be cynical and like absorb him into the painting unless he goes to the brown part. Should I get bangs? I have bangs. I kind of cut my bangs, if you guys can see. They've kind of grown longer. You see how it's like short here? I was trying to layer my hair. Layer my hair. Got it to the mayor. They call me Tim Bear. Who's Tim Bear? I don't even know. I just got on my skateboard and I did little mini bangs, young mini bangs. Should we give her mini bangs? That's pretty chill. Guys, she is so bad. I'm not even lying. I would hit. No, I would approach. And I would be like, how are you? It really sucks having like no romantic interest. It sucks. I don't like it because it's like, you know what I say? I like being single because you can have a relationship with anybody you want in your mind. Method unpatched. I'm putting it on game. If you just imagine you're in a relationship with someone, you could find happiness. Sometimes if you imagine really hard, you can dream about them. Guys, I'm kidding, but I'm not kidding. Even if there was like someone I was attracted to and I saw them, I can't move towards that. Because it's like, obviously, how am I even going to manage a relationship? I need to manage my own relationship, my own life, my own debt, my credit score. Guys, she is bad. Oh my gosh. Does she look like an orange though? Or does she just look like an orange individual? Yeah, that's a good mole. That is a good mole. And in Fear and Hunger 2, there's a trans character named Marina, and she has these piercings. She has one right here, kind of like a dahlia, like a single dahlia, but it's kind of like right here. She has two right here. So it's like 1, 2, boom. And I want it so bad. I'm gonna get it eventually. I just don't have the money right now, but I'll get it eventually. Lucky run out of stuff to say because I didn't know the painting would take me this long. But yeah, that's how you know I'm locked in. Let me know if I should do more. Actually, don't let me know. If this gets more than 5 views, I'll do. Yes, bitch. Bitch, yes. Yes, bitch. I want you to say it with me. 1, 2, 3. Yes, bitch. Ring, ring, go away. That's what all my haters say. Hold on, we gotta thin out those eyebrows a bit. Please hide your man. Hide your girl too. She'll snatch up anybody. Wish I could crawl into this painting. Yes! Bitch, yes. Moral of the story, guys, all pain has a reason, and if you acknowledge that and respect your pain, it's gonna be okay. Because that's just part of the human experience. And if you're in this hoe and you miss your ex, and it hurts, but it's supposed to. Guys, let me know if you liked this video. Let me know what I should talk about next. Let me know if I should keep painting. Let me know what I should paint next. If anyone wants this painting, let me know. Drop your address in the comments and I'll get it shipped out to you. Hope you have an amazing rest of your day or night. Bye.
The way I don't trust none of you bitches. I mean none of you bitches. You guys have no sense of loyalty.